Hi, and welcome to another video by Get It Done Home Repairs. Today I'm going to show you how to install a light fixture. Now, a couple things you want to do before you start on anything is make sure you have your tools ready. You're going to need a pair of pliers to strip the wire insulation. You're going to need a flathead screwdriver, a Phillips head screwdriver. You may need a pair of needle nose pliers. We're going to need some electrical tape. We're going to need a tester such as this to make sure that there's no voltage present so we don't get a shock. And of course we're going to need the bracket that came with it and the wire nuts. All right, now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to look on top over here and you're going to notice that the wires, sometimes they're stripped, sometimes they're not. And as you can see with this one, the wires are not stripped. So we need, so we take our wire strippers now and we come in with the wire strippers. And if you look on the back, it tells you it's either 14, 16, 18 gauge. And you just put it around here, whichever one fits the best. And you just strip it down for approximately 3/4 of an inch or an inch. Just like that. Each one of the, in this particular case, the 6 wires. But yours may be different depending on how many bulbs you actually have. Okay, and then after you have all of them stripped down, you would take all of the black wires, such as this, and you wrap all 3, or whatever you have on your particular light fixture, and you wrap them around just like this, so that they all are now one. Okay, same thing with the whites. We take all the white wires and we wrap all 3, in this case, together, just like this, so that the 3 become one. And this one is your ground. We'll talk about that in a second. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to mount this up on the existing box in the ceiling. And once we mount this up there, we'll connect the wires. So let's get up on the top and get started. And now, these are the wires. The black is your hot wire, and the white is your neutral. Now, the way you want to make sure if there's no power in there is obviously you want to turn the switch off. But if you're not sure, you get something like this. It's called a non-contact voltage tester. And you would hold it by the wire like this. Now, if it was starting to beep like crazy, you would know that there's power in there. Let me just turn the switch on and I'll show you what I mean. So we take our non-contact tester, touch the wire, and you can see it's alive now. That's our neutral, and that is our power line. So we have power in this one. So we're going to turn the switch to the off position now, and then once it's off, we'll come back and we'll work on it. So let's turn the switch off. Okay, so our switch is now off. We have no power in here whatsoever. So now we're safe to work on that. Now, if you're not sure if you're turning the right thing off or on or whatever, go to your fuse box, turn your circuit breaker off. It's better to be safe than to get a shock. All right, next thing we're going to do now is we're going to take our bracket that is usually supplied with it. We'll bring it up over here where it's supposed to be. We'll hold it up in position here, and we're going to screw our 2 screws in that then secure the bracket to the existing box in the house. And that's mounted the way it's supposed to be. Okay, next we're going to take this piece here out so we can put our new light fixture up. We're going to unscrew it out. And now we'll grab our light fixture and we'll put our fixture up. And now we're going to connect our wires up. This is our ground, which is already secured to the box right here, but we're going to connect the light fixture to it. So we're going to take our ground wire, wrap it around just like this, clockwise position. We'll take one of our wire nuts and we'll screw the wire nut over the top of it until it's nice and tight. Pull the wire, make sure it's on there tight, which it is. And now we're going to take our black wire, and we're going to connect our black wire from the light fixture to the black wire in the house. Wrap it around clockwise, and then we're going to screw our cap over the top like this, nice and tight. Pull the wires, make sure they're tight. They are. And then we're going to grab our white wire, and we're going to do the exact same thing on the white wire as well. We're going to hold it here with one hand, and we'll wrap the wires around just like this. All right, grab our wire nut, screw it over the top just like this. Nice and tight. Pull our wires and make sure they're tight, which they are. Then we're going to take some electrical tape and we're going to wrap these wires just like that. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing up here. Okay, we're going to take our tape and we're going to tape up our white wires as well. Just like that. And that's it. Now, if you choose to put tape on here, you can. You don't really have to because this is just the ground, so we don't really need to do that. Next thing we're going to do is going to take the wires and we're going to put them up inside the box and push them all the way up and out of the way like this. Same thing there. We're going to lift up the light fixture itself. We're going to screw our piece right inside here, just like that. And we're going to lift our light fixture up. And you line it up with the hole in the top right here. Push it up. And then you screw your nut on the top. We're going to take these bulbs out so we can work up here. Take the nut, screw the nut on like this. Screw it down nice and tight. Okay, nice and tight. Now we'll put our light bulbs back in. And now if we did our job correctly, we should be able to turn the light on and they should light up. Watch your eyes. Okay, that's it. Job is all done. All right, so it's fairly easy. Just make... As you can see, changing the light fixture is fairly simple. Just make sure, if you're not positive the power is off, turn the circuit breaker off in your main box leading into the house. Power is off and you should have no problem. All right, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.